Good morning, students. In this video, we are going to work on page 48 in your student book. Please turn to page 48 in your student book. The lesson for this video, or the theme, is levels of specificity. All right, so if you don't know this word is based off specific, específico. All right, so words have different levels of specificity. This means they can be classified from the general to the specific. Words that are more specific give a clearer picture of what is being talked or written about. So, for example, a general word is plant. There's a lot of different types of plants. So, okay, if you use the word plant, that's very general. Now, more specific is flower. Okay, so we're a little more specific. We have plant, flower, and then even more specific, or what it says here, the most specific is daisy. So a daisy is a type of flower, a flower is a type of plant. If you tell me plant, I won't know which one you're talking about. If you tell me flower, it will help me visualize and look for types of flowers. And if you say daisy, I know exactly what a daisy looks like. I can see it in my mind. So it's always better to be more specific. So if you think about it, it's kind of like this, like a triangle. Up here, you have things that are, oops, sorry about that. Let's do this here. You have things that are general. I'm going to make that smaller so you can see it better. General. Right there. All right, let's make a line. General. And then you have more specific. Here, and then here you would have most specific. So I'll type it down here because it's kind of close, and then I'll move it. So in this one would go, whoops, sorry about that. This one will go here. So you have general, it's very wide, it's very broad. Then you have more specific, it's a little more narrow, a little closer, got a little more narrow. And most specific is pointing to one thing right here, this point, one thing that is very specific. So that is basically the lesson. So now let's practice being general, more specific, and most specific. In this first example, they say food. Okay, well, what type of food? A vegetable. Okay, what type of vegetable? A carrot. Okay, when you say carrot, it's kind of long, it's round, it's orange, it has green leaves growing out the top. I know exactly what you're talking about. All right, very good. So let's go to this one. You have an animal, we have a blank, and then we have a poodle. All right, so what type of animal is a poodle? A poodle is a type of dog. Make that a little bigger for you. There you go. So you have animal. What type of animal? Dog. Okay. What type of dog? Poodle. Very good. Now we have another one. This one's a little tricky, so I'm going to help you with this one too. And then I'm going to show you some examples on another page. This one says plant, and then this one says pine. So up here, plant was a flower, but in this case, when it says plant, the more specific is a tree, because a pine is a type of tree. So that's when you have plant, tree, and then pine tree. All right, so we'll go over here, and just to show you, I did not know this today. I thought plants and trees were two different things. But according to here, a tree is a perennial plant. That means it's there every year. So, and then I looked, what is the difference between a plant and a tree? So it says, while both trees and plants, blah, blah, blah. And then it gives a couple differences. So a tree is a type of plant. So when you see something that you're not sure about, go online and investigate it. Because now, I did not know that this morning, but now I know. So by helping you with English videos, I learned something new for myself today. That's amazing. That's great. Thank you very much. All right, so let's go to the next example. We have a person. All right, what type of person? A female. Okay, which female? Maybe it's your mom. Very good. So now we have, and then number 5, it says a place, and then it says a building. So which building? Right now we're in NCA, so we'll say NCA Matagalpa. And if you want to be very, very specific, you can go like this. You can move this over here. You could say a school, and then even more specific would be NCA Matagalpa. So here's an example of how you can be even more specific. So place, what type of place? A building, what type of building? A school, which school? NCA Matagalpa. Can you be more specific? Do you think you can be more specific? I think we can. Where in NCA Matagalpa could we be? We could be in English class. So here's an example of being very, very specific. Place, building, school, NCA Matagalpa, English class. Can you be more specific than English class? What do you think? I think yes, because you could be your desk. So that's even more specific. So there you go. So that's how you can keep thinking from general to specific. All right, the next one is a little difficult. It's a little tricky. We need to work backwards because they gave us the specific word. All right, so dark blue. What is dark blue? Or what is blue, for instance? You could say it is a color. All right, and then if it's a color, oops, sorry about that. It is a color of what? Maybe a marker. So you have a marker. All right, which marker? You have a colored marker. Which color? Dark blue. There you go. So that's how you get more specific. This one we have clothing. So we start with clothing. Clothing is the general word for whatever you are wearing. So for instance, right now, I have my NCAA shirt, I have a sweater, I have pants, I have shoes, I even have a watch, and this morning I had a hat. So clothing is very general. Footwear is more specific. Footwear is anything you wear on your feet. So it's all types of footwear. It's more specific than clothing, but it's still general. So what type of footwear do you have? You could say, right now, I'm wearing shoes. That's more specific. Maybe you're wearing boots. Or maybe you're wearing sandals. So that would be the way to go. So clothing, very general. Footwear, more specific. And the type of footwear, shoes, boots, sandals, the most specific. So there you go. That is how you work on levels of specificity. So let's go down and work on exercise 2. So the general one, we say meal. Meal refers to whatever, breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch, snacks, meriendas, all of that. So we're going to think of what's more specific. Well, right now it's 8 o'clock in the morning and I just ate breakfast. All right, so breakfast is a type of meal. So what sentence could you tell me that's more specific with this? What did you eat for breakfast? I ate gallo pinto for breakfast. Very good. So you can tell me what you ate for breakfast there. And now let's go to number 2. It says celebration. All right, what type of celebration? We've studied different celebrations in this unit. So I like Christmas, so let's write Christmas. That's more specific. And then a sentence, you could say Christmas is my favorite holiday. All right, now we have a month. Remember, there are 12 months in the year. Month is mes, month. I'm going to put March. Anybody know why? March is my birthday. March 12th is my birthday. So if you want to, you can pick your month for your birthday or any other month and then use it in a sentence. Number 4, we have a planet. All right, what are the planets? In your science class, you might know them in Spanish. So in this class, we'll use Earth. All right. And then for a sentence, Earth is the 3rd planet from the sun. So 3rd, 1, 2, 3. 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Now let's go to number 5. General says weather. This is clima. Weather. Specific. So what types of weather are there? You can have a storm. You can say it's raining. You can say it's cold. It's hot. It's sunny. It's cloudy. Right now, I'm looking out the window in the classroom and it looks a little cloudy in the mountains. So let's write cloudy. And cloudy is nublado, in case you did not know that. And for a sentence, this morning was cloudy. There you go. Now let's go to number 6. It says athlete. All right, this could be a little difficult. Do you know what an athlete is? An athlete is a boy or girl, man or woman, that plays a sport. So an athlete plays a sport. So what type of athlete could be more specific? Maybe we could say a soccer player. So an athlete and then a soccer player. All right. So in this one, if you like another sport, you can put the different sport there. And then to use this in a sentence, when my brother played soccer, he was my favorite soccer player. So my brother was my favorite soccer player. He was really good too. Let's go to number 7. General. We have an insect. And then what type of insect could we write about? We could write about a mosquito. A mosquito, that's zancudo. Mosquito. And I do not like mosquitoes. There you go. So that's how you work from general to more specific. Okay, let's work on exercise 3. This one says to replace the underlined words with specific words and rewrite the sentences. So replace means to put in something different, to remove this and put in something different. We need to use more specific words, and rewrite means to write again. So sentence 1 says, we ate some special foods to celebrate the moon festival. So let's go back up to the moon festival over on page, oh, that's way back there. All right, that's the very first page of the unit. So we're on page 42. You can just look at the screen and take a bite of a delicious moon cake. So a moon cake is more specific. So let's go back to the exercise. It says, we ate some. All right, so we're going to change this word to moon cakes. Moon cakes. So there you go. We ate some moon cakes to celebrate the moon festival. There you go. Moon cakes is more specific than special foods. Okay, number 2 says we played a game after dinner. Okay, a game. What type of game? What game did you play? So let's take that out. I like to play Uno. So you can say we played Uno after dinner. There you go. Now let's go to number 3. I am going to see a movie. All right, a movie is general. So which movie am I going to see? Think about it. I am going to see which movie? I am going to see, and then put in one of your favorite movies. I don't know what movies are in the movie theater right now, so I'm just going to put Avengers. So I'm going to see the Avengers. I don't know any other movies really, so we'll stick with that one. You can put in your favorite movie. You don't have to write what I wrote. So that's another example of going from more general to more specific. And remember, it's always better to be more specific. It will help in your future schoolwork as well as your lives. So that's it for levels of specificity. That was the theme for today. We are not going to work on telling oral histories. It was just the levels of specificity. So that's all you need to do. Thank you for following along. And remember, if you have questions or you need any extra help, please send me a message so that we can work over the phone. Thank you, and I hope you are having a great day.